We're telling tales. Got a book for every boy and girl. We're telling tales.
Telling Tales is a free festival where families can discover stories together. It's set in a beautiful historic Westfield Heritage Village. It's a day where we leave our technology behind and stories and history are coming alive.
Telling Tales is a wonderful family experience where authors and storytellers and musicians all come together here at our historical site of over 35 buildings. What better place than have all these authors and musicians and storytellers come together and bring literature to life? So not only do you have contemporary authors, but you have characters from the books all together here in this one exciting event.
I got the idea that we needed a festival when I was working in publishing with McClellan and Stewart and running a children's division. I knew we had fabulous talent and there was no place where families could just discover them outside of the school and library. So I went off to gather support through Rotary and Hamilton Public Library, the school boards, Early Literacy Hamilton. The whole community just joined and got on side and said, let's make this happen.
Community groups in Hamilton band together for wonderful projects like Telling Tales and really do make them come to fruition.
The Hamilton Wentworth District School Board supports Telling Tales for two different reasons. One would be parent engagement and the other would be student achievement. There's lots of research telling us that when parents are engaged in their children's learning, that children are more likely to be successful in their education. And the other piece is there's lots of research showing that when you can get books into parents' hands and have them read to their children, that things like the number of words children learn increases and they become more ready for school when it's time to enter the school system.
We support the Telling Tales Festival in everything it does because of what it brings to all of our children. And I want to stress the all part. In many types of festivals, especially in suburban areas, it attracts a suburban audience. And Telling Tales has broken that mold by involving inner city families. If you look at literacy and student achievement, inextricably linked to levels of poverty. So what we're doing here with the Telling Tales Festival and encouraging parents to be engaged with their children's literacy is in actual fact a very real attempt to break the poverty cycle.
Telling Tales is a remarkable way to get kids excited about books, and when you can get them excited about an author or about a book or a subject that they might not have explored before, they'll get hooked on reading. Maybe not on reading every book, but on reading certain books, and it's that joy in reading that's really important to foster. And Telling Tales does that so well.
Ultimately, we hope to make a real difference to literacy in our community and inspire readers and a love of reading in children of all ages and all backgrounds.
Well, Westfield is over 35 historical buildings in different time periods. And what we do here is we're a living history museum, so we bring it all to life.
We have 8 different stages where everything from music for preschoolers to stories for reluctant readers to music and improv are happening throughout the village simultaneously. We have a giant book swap and shop that is very popular, where we're collecting books, gently used children's books throughout the year, and these are traded and swapped for very low prices, so it makes books accessible to everyone.
The main bandstand where we'll have our high-profile authors. In the past, we've had Dennis Lee and Robert Munsch on that stage, so a space for a big crowd, and certainly those two gentlemen are big crowd pleasers. We do have storytellers, so a little bit more intimate setting in the native village. We have puppeteers from the Hamilton Public Library who are in the Lockhart Meadow. So we really try and make the author fit in with the stage that they're performing and presenting on.
The Activity Center includes a number of hands-on activities for parents and children to do together. Face painting, which is always far too popular. Parachute games, so we can get them active as well. We also make sure there is an area available where there are books on the ground with blankets, and we hope that parents see those and think what a good opportunity to sit down and read to their kids.
My favorite part of the event is just watching the kids interact with all these characters and authors and musicians and just seeing the joy in their face. When you see Robert Munsch doing his story of Mortimer, for example, you see the parents actually singing the songs along with the kids. It's a wonderful experience.
When I was a kid, I was lucky that my parents took me to meet a Canadian author, and the author was Lynn Cook, and I remember being excited to know that I actually met somebody who created books. So as an author today, I know how important it is to reach out and meet the audience. It's starting the path of enjoyment of reading, and that's what I think this is all about.
A festival like Telling Tales can be a tremendous inspiration to an author or illustrator. When they leave this audience and the enthusiasm and the fun of meeting all the kids, they go back to their studio, they go back to their office, to what can be a very challenging and solitary and sometimes even frustrating work, and they go with a new enthusiasm and energy.
The turnout's been amazing. We were able to nearly reach 4,000 in our first year, and in the second year we nearly reached 5,000.
We have had a lot of success from the media. CBC Radio Drive Home Show has, the Friday before, told everyone to come out to the festival. National Book Media has been really supportive. The Quill and Choir magazine did advance coverage from the festival. Was first described as a brand new event on the scene, and the coverage has just built from there. And we're just looking forward to continuing to work with the media to get the word out and get more and more people to attend.
It's exciting to know that there are festivals across Canada. What's really amazing is right now many of those festivals are struggling to retain their audience. And here's a festival that's building the audience. Every year it gets bigger and stronger, and it's exciting to see the enthusiasm not only of those in attendance, but those supporters of the festival.
We set ourselves a goal at Telling Tales to make this not just a festival, but also a fundraiser for literacy. So we've been very lucky and successful in that regard. In the first year we raised $20,000, and in the second year we raised $45,000 for literacy events in the community.
One of the most recent ones that has been supported is the Read to Your Baby initiative in Hamilton, where each parent, when they go for the 18-month checkup, will receive a book to be taken home that they can read and interact with their child, all courtesy of the money that's raised through the Telling Tales Festival.
It's very important to us that this festival be accessible and free, that it isn't a place where you have to spend a lot of money. In fact, you hardly have to spend anything. We're offering free transportation. The parking's free, the entrance is free, so you can have a wonderful day and take away great memories. And this is a real gift to the community, and to make that happen, we need to count on very strong sponsorship, very strong support from the community, volunteerism, and individual donations. We hope that children and families will leave with memories that last a lifetime, and that they'll come back perhaps in another generation with their children and discover stories again.
We're telling tales. We're telling tales. We're telling tales. We're reading a book. We're reading a book. We're telling tales. We're telling tales. Open up and